And I can't thank you all for taking the day off work, probably without pay, to be here.
Woo! Yes!
To protest the judgment that came out from the appeals court regarding Ginger. Now this is the appeals court. The legislature does not make mistakes and needs to be followed, even though it leads to a manifest absurdity. And anything enacted by legislature must be enforced, however harsh or absurd or contrary to common sense. Now let's go back. Of the 43 credible experts who testified at the public hearings, all were against the ban. These experts offered to work with Liberals to ensure reasonable, fair, and effective laws. They were ignored. 5 years later, the injustice and total ineffectiveness of the new Dog Owners Act is apparent. The appeals court decided, based on the specific measures imposed, that pit bulls, unless we forget all substantially similar dogs, cannot be treated the same way as all breeds of dogs have traditionally been treated.
Shame!
Did Liberals know the act would mean any mutt mixed with approximately 28 different breeds of dogs would be caught in this law? Because the experts sure tried to tell them numerous times. A recent study by the Toronto Humane Society found over the past 5 years, on average, dog bites have not decreased. Public safety has not been improved, in spite of what McGinty and Bryant said would happen. Now, a playful nip or self-protection or protection of humans due to the specific measures now means a destruction order?
Boo! Boo! Shame! Shame!
I got a story a couple of days ago, an older story about a dog, pit bull type dog, dragged a drowning boy out of the water and saved his life. Well, that place is considered an award for the dog. In Ontario, that same dog would get a destruction order. Yesterday was Remembrance Day. And remember we do. We remember not only the soldiers who fought and died for our rights and freedoms, but also the thousands of innocent animals this government has absurdly and harshly destroyed. I make a plea for good old common sense. It should not be a provincial offense to raise or own a well-trained, socialized dog. No second-class citizenship, and it should not be accepted in a civilized society. Reverse onus is against the Canadian Charter, and for a reason. The persecution and profiling of citizens like us who have committed no crime, and the taking and killing of non-offending innocent family pets is not acceptable. We're here to tell this government we will be going poll by poll.
Yes!
To
Yes!
end this sad, crazy, senseless legislation, and will hold them accountable come October 6, 2011. What Liberals did, in fact, by their specific measures, was neuter what could have been effective, responsible legislation for all. Instead, they have targeted thousands of good dog owners, plus any short-haired, medium-sized mutts from numerous breeds. This is our watch, and we're standing up for our country, the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms, and the province we pay for and live in.
Yes!
We demand a return to individual accountability. Calgary has proved dog bites can be decreased without BSL. Calgary has made the public safer by actually decreasing dog bites with humane laws. BSL has been a smokescreen for this government's incompetency in dealing with greater social problems. Real criminals. And irresponsible dog owners of all types and breeds. However, they are presumed innocent. Yet now many responsible citizens are stereotyped and don't have those same basic rights. The 21st century witch hunt in Ontario must end.
Yes.
Why was Ginger why was the off-leash dog that attacked a leashed and muzzled Ginger not even given so much as a ticket? Should Ginger die for another dog owner's mistakes? We live in fear here. It is past the time our government correct and vote to remove the specific measures as put forth by the Honourable MPP Sherry DeNovo. Bill 60.
Yes. Yes. Woo!
Bill 60, also known as Hershey's Bill, needs to become Hershey's Law, so Ontario can again have equal rights for all. In closing, I'm going to quote a real saint. If you have men who will exclude any of God's creatures from the shelter of compassion and pity, you have men who will deal likewise with their fellow men.
Yes.
Francis of Assisi.
Yes. Woo!